It's the ultimate nightmare. Getting stranded in the wilderness. No tent, no sleeping bag. Worst of all, no food or water. Something must be edible here, but what? That's the question these 6 people must answer. Desk jockeys and decorators, they've been dropped into the Northern Ontario bush. To survive, they need to find plants and protein out here, no matter what it tastes like, without salt, sugar, or supermarkets. Their guide is an expert who usually trains the military.
Mother Nature does not care if you live or die.
They have just 48 hours to find something worth eating. They have to discover the secret to eating wild. Every year, people get lost in the Canadian wilderness. Some spend days wandering hungry, unable to find anything to eat.
You see the trail?
And that's crazy, according to Gino Ferry. He trains the military how to survive in the bush. He thinks there's always enough to eat. The question is whether you know where to look.
We'll see what nature has to offer. Sometimes there's lots here, sometimes there isn't. It's a crapshoot. You get what you get. Right here?
Gino has agreed to share his expertise with 6 volunteers we've chosen. None of them know anything about surviving in the bush.
I'll give you a hint.
They've left the comfort of Toronto for Bancroft in Northern Ontario. They are doctors, musicians, nurses, and even an interior designer. They have no idea what they can eat here, or even what can keep them alive.
Yeah, it would be pretty exciting. My family's kind of used to me doing kind of strange things, but
it's kind of nice to be out, going from drinking a cappuccino the day before to drinking yarrow root tea from a tin cup today.
I wanted to be on TV. I think that's pretty cool. Doing that surviving thing. You know, Survivor's pretty big. This is kind of a lead way, I think, to it. Sort of the same thing almost, as long as they don't get voted off.
I don't want to eat any bugs. I'll eat a frog if I have to, a snake, I guess. I didn't come to be on Fear Factor.
My family responded like, what are you, crazy? There's bears up there.
I like to do new things all the time. It doesn't matter what it is, I'll give anything a go. People are a bit weirded out by it, and it is pretty kooky.
But Gino will need help with these greenhorns, so he counts on the assistance of Jennifer Kahn and Mike Hops.
A lot more crunching. It's like 300 ants.
It's 9 a.m. The students have been hiking for 3 hours looking for something to call breakfast. But their first discovery doesn't look very filling.
Hey, folks. Bring him here for a minute.
Oh, look at that one.
Take this plant in front of you, right here.
This one?
The shiny one?
No, the shiny one. Yep, yep, the little one. Usually has a little red berry on it.
Oh.
Chew it. Crush it. No, no. Chew it. Now this is your best tea that you'll ever make. What does it taste like?
Oh, peppermint.
It's called winter green.
Oh.
The team wants food, but water is what they need.
The liquids you need for obvious reasons. If you lose 5% of your liquid, you're going to start hallucinating, you're going to develop headaches, you're going to develop nausea, and you'll get sick.
So Gino leads the group to a lake where they can find water and build shelter. But not everybody likes the idea of sleeping closely with 6 strangers. The issue is 2 shelters or 1.
I think it'd be better to have 2. Yeah, because there's a good area over here, another one here, and maybe have like a central fire or a couple fires going.
What do you think, Gino? Should we make one or?
It's going to be your call. You're going to have to make the decision.
I think one is a great idea with that fire pit right there, radiating the heat off the rock.
And make it here?
Yes.
And
right
make it
in
up for
front.
6 people.
Put our heads down there?
I can't see with my head going down.
Just lay down.
With no blankets, the group will need to keep each other warm.
Okay, move down, guys.
Like it or not, survival requires some intimacy, even among procrastinating strangers.
See? One shelter.
No one's touching my can.
We're not cooking inside.
It's like my tent.
Yeah, no one try anything. I got a knife over here.
I think we're stalling here. It's something called paralysis by analysis. You sit down, you discuss, and nothing ever gets done. You made a decision, stick to it, right or wrong. What's needed right away?
Shelter.
Let's move on that, and let's get moving. Good luck.
The men get busy with the lean-to.
That's one.
Meanwhile, a fire needs to be built to boil the water. No one wants to get sick from lake bacteria. The trick is, matches aren't allowed.
100%. Perfect.
The first step is to gather some dry fuel that can catch easily. Birch bark provides the perfect material.
Break her up, crush it up in your hands. It's going to be a one-shot deal. If you don't get it going, you're going to be without fire.
Now it's time to make a spark. Gino takes a knife and rubs it against a rod of magnesium Liz has brought along. It's a bit of a cheat, but Gino's the boss.
Now, I'm going to throw a spark in here. Hopefully they'll catch in the char cloth.
It works like a charm.
Good go.
Yeah. Beauty.
There you go. You girls, put it in there. It's your fire. Away you
Well,
go.
it's Maria's thing.
Go
You do
for it.
It's all yours. Put it right in. Wait till it burns a bit, then you start adding your squaw wood. Don't leave this fire alone.
Okay.
All right.
Now water can be boiled. The students may be hungry, but they won't be thirsty. But will they be able to find anything worth eating in the bush? That's a question this gourmet chef wants to answer too. His name is James Spry, known as Toronto's Mad Chef. He's cooking just 2 hours away from the survival students at the Silver Springs Culinary Retreat. We've dared him to prove that wild food can become gourmet food.
It's going to be one of the most spectacular gourmet meals that you will ever have in your entire life.
The problem is he doesn't know anything about wild ingredients. That's why he's enlisted the help of a wild plant expert. Botanist Carol-Ann Lacroix is here to make sure the Mad Chef doesn't break the rules.
If we want to keep this as using as many native plants as possible,
Yes.
we're going to have to do a couple of substitutions.
I have an appetizer made up of wild turkey and smoked apples. Smoked apples will have some brown sugar, and then we're going to have it.
What the Mad Chef doesn't realize is that his botanist is not going to let him get away with anything.
Curry in there as well. Green peppers?
No.
What do you mean?
Back in the bush, the students have missed breakfast, and now it's lunchtime. But it appears that spiced water is all they're going to get.
So to sweeten the water, we've been putting plants like wintergreen, sweet fern, sweet gale, hemlock.
The men have been busy building a shelter.
Now, that's perfect.
This will have to keep all of them safe tonight. Now, even a bit of tea is welcome.
All right. I'm ready for tea.
Oh, God, I hear you.
With the fire and the shelter finished, the team is ready for food. But few realize what Gino expects them to eat.
Well, today they're going to be eating a number of things. They're going to be foraging, and they're going to be eating little grubs that we find. We're going to start looking for snails. We're going to start looking for small fish. We're going to start looking for snakes. We're going to start looking for maggots. And this is what we'll be foraging for, and hopefully they'll eat some.
The next few hours will decide whether hunger can triumph over revulsion. The survival students have now spent 8 hours in the bush. Their stomachs are growling, having consumed nothing but wild tea. It's time to find some real food.
We're going to be dividing into two groups. We're going to be harvesting plants and other matter which can be used for our meal. But let's get started. My group We're heading out this way. The others, you're going out with Jennifer and Mike.
There are now just 5 hours of daylight left. The pressure's on for finding some decent food. Gino leads Vic, Cliff, and Susan out of the camp. They've learned how to build a fire, but can they find something worth cooking?
I mean, Gino's sort of given us a wide variety of food that to pick from, anything from maggots to snakes, and being a vegetarian, which seems to be a big plus right now in terms of food selection that we have. I'm thinking tea. Tea's gonna be pretty big on my diet. I think breakfast, lunch, dinner, it'll be tea.
I'm going to show you a rather interesting plant here. See the golden color of the root? This is called gold thread, and the purpose of this plant is a painkiller. If you have a toothache, you simply take it and put it right on the abscessed tooth, and it simply numbs all the pain.
Vic is losing patience with the wild snacks.
My tummy's kind of rumbling.
Okay.
What about the food? Like, is there anything that we can use here to maybe make something or catch? I don't know. How would you hear? Can we catch fishes or something like that?
We can do that, but there's another use of this water, this aquatic region. What do you see growing in here?
Lily pads.
Yeah, lily pads. Now, lily pads have great roots. We're going to need some of you to volunteer. We're going to go out there and get some roots. You ready? Who's volunteering? Susan, thank you. And Skip, you're volunteering. All three of you?
Yeah, I can do it.
Great. Let's go. Let's strip down. Let's go.
On the other side of the lake, Gino's assistant Mike Hops is looking in the water for some protein.
Oh, there's another leech. Yeah, come on.
I've never had a leech attached to me before.
The bottom is pretty
Except for my ex-boyfriend. But
They won't be eating food that they're used to. There's something in the field that's called plate fright. In other words, you're eating food that doesn't look like food.
oh, there's one coming this way, Clark.
There you go. Oh, and there's another one. All right, good eating. Just like anchovies. Oh, doing it. Go. All right, there you go. Go ahead.
On Gino's side of the lake, Susan and Vic are hard at work trying to find lily roots.
You're trying to get the large tubers. They're fairly big.
In case you guys are wondering how you collect these, all you do is just go to the lily pad itself, and you notice lily pads seem to come up in a group, right? So you just grab all the stems and you just work your way down to the bottom, and if you go down into the muck about that far, you can feel these. They grow as tubers, like this way along the ground, and then the lily pads come out the top. So you just reach down, you grab onto it and pull it right out. It's like a substitute potato.
Oh, that's
Very starchy.
potatoes.
Like this?
That's it. That's it. That's what we're looking for. Way to go, girl.
The team is finally finding food they might want to eat. But there's only one way to be sure. Cook it and have a bite.
That's it. The thing that keeps you alive is not food. It's not fire. It's not shelter. It's up here. It's your mental state. Now, when they eat, they're going to feel good, even if it's small amounts of food. So we're going after the psychological mode. We're trying to get them to think that things are fine. And so they'll behave a little better, they'll feel a little more secure, and they'll react in a more normal way.
Gino insists that people can survive on the strange foods the team is finding. But can these wild foods support an entire civilization? That's what archaeologist Ron Williamson is trying to discover. He and his team have been unearthing a 500-year-old Iroquoian village in Vaughan, Ontario. He suspects that this site may contain a secret about how natives were able to survive on wild foods.
Our job as archaeologists is to work as detectives. Some people call them time detectives. We have to kind of travel back in the past and figure out what went on here. What went on in the house, what went on in the village, what did people eat on a day-to-day basis. All of that's in the archaeological record, and we have to find the ways to get at those answers.
Williamson is joined by native elder Janice Longboat. Her culture still remembers some of this ancient diet. Now she's here to see how tradition compares to science.
I see all of the medicine plants that are still here since the beginning of time. They're still here to give us food and to give us medicine. And all we need to do is learn to use them, learn to recognize them.
Meanwhile, the mad chef is having problems cooking with only wild ingredients.
What is that funny look for?
Yeah, well,
what?
We're going to have to do something else with the red and green peppers. I mean...
I'm not trying to be bold, but I have to use the red and green peppers in this dish. Otherwise, everything's going to be yellow, and it's not going to look attractive on the plate.
Okay.
So I've already given in on the first course a little bit, and I'm giving a little bit in on the second course. Can I not just throw like a little bit, like a tiny, and you're going to go way out on the limb if you say, yes, a little bit of red pepper, a little bit of green pepper.
Well, what if I found you something else?
Something red and green?
That would be colorful.
Like what?
Well, I'm thinking that we could go for a walk in the woods.
Yes.
And we'll see what we can come up with.
Something red and green.
So we're just concerned about the color as
It's the
opposed
color, yes.
So this is a viola here, common name violet.
Purple flowers?
Sometimes.
But they grow in people's backyards in cities.
Yeah.
Would that be the same plant?
Well, you can have cultivated violets. These are the wild native violets.
Maybe pass me one.
Okay.
As long as they're not going to do something to me.
No, this is not a natural laxative.
Well,
that's not bad.
Absolutely.
It's almost got a bit of a lemony flavor
a lemony
to it.
and a little bit of a kick to it in the back of your mouth. You know, the hot stuff goes to the back like a radish.
Yeah, that would be good for that.
Yeah. So I could see it being good in a salad, actually.
Yeah, Okay.
The chef is feeling more confident now, so he decides to take a chance. He wants to invite all of the survival students to a dinner made of the wild ingredients. The pressure's on. Can he succeed where the students have come up empty? As two of our teams are finding out, locating edible food in the bush is hard work. Finding enough food for even one dinner is going to take all weekend. But 500 years ago, Canada's natives had no choice. The riddle is how they did it. How could they feed hundreds of people in their villages every day? We've invited Ron Williamson to the chef's dinner party, but there's a catch. Ron needs to bring a 500-year-old native recipe. So, what did people eat here?
When I come in here myself or for other non-Aboriginal people, I always encourage them to realize this is like two-dimensional here, but you have to take the time to think about what this was like 500 years ago.
This was once a longhouse, home to 120 people. Food was stored in pits, cooked over fires, and hung to dry from the ceiling. This is where the wild became the cooked.
We find largely deer. We find small mammals like raccoon, and woodchuck, and rabbit. Here's the other major animal food that we find, which is birds.
We couldn't just run to the supermarket. So that meant that we had to be very busy and then make sure that all of that food was put away and that it wouldn't spoil.
At the dig site, the red flags provide another clue. They show where poles once stood. Some were for drying fish, and others were racks for animal skins.
And we also find a lot of fish in communities in this area. And fish, not only from the streams like sucker and catfish, but also lake community fish like whitefish and salmon.
For the main course, it's going to be some rainbow trout, and as you said, you did walk around the pond, and I think there are a couple of fish in there, and maybe we can catch one or two.
There are 200 species of fish in Canada's lakes and water systems. One of the tastiest fish is trout.
And then we're just going to dredge them in a little bit of cornmeal.
Okay.
And then we're going to drizzle a little bit of truffle oil on the top of that.
Truffle oil.
Yeah.
Oh, I've
so
never had that before.
That's a kind of nice thing, and we're going.
Are there different kinds, like truffles typically are found in Europe?
In Europe.
Can we use another type of mushroom that's found locally?
If we do need the oil.
Well,
you know, I don't want to be sort of like totally out there in telling you whatever we're going to do here, but we have to use the truffle oil because it's more healthier for you, okay? How is that like?
Well, I mean, I'm all for healthy.
Yeah.
However, we are trying to stick to native stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So I think we've got to, you know, get rid of the truffle oil.
You think so?
I think so.
Well, we'll see what goes on the plate tomorrow when you're not looking. Okay?
Oh.
Back in the bush, it seems all the students can find are spices, but no real meals.
This plant here, here's a good one.
This is sweet gale. It tastes a bit like pepper, and in England, some use it to make beer.
So,
You want to try one?
yeah, this is the pepper stuff right here, right?
Yeah.
Okay, let me take some of that.
Might be good for your sinuses too, clear them up.
That sounds pretty sweet.
Sweet gale.
You like it?
Kind of bitter.
You can dry it out and it'll be a little bit stronger, like pepper.
A little bit like it. And then we have a coulis. You know what a coulis is?
No.
It's a sauce thickened within its own juices, so there's like no starches. And we're going to use some sun-dried cranberries.
Okay.
And some white sugar.
Now, we need to substitute for the white sugar.
Well,
so what about using honey? Can we use comb honey? I brought some honey.
You brought some comb honey?
I did.
Really? Well, let's see what comb honey looks like then. And if we have well, yes, we definitely have enough honey here to do it. Okay, I will use honey, but if it doesn't work, I got to put a little bit of brown sugar in it.
Back in the wild, there are just 3 hours of sunlight left, and it appears they've finally found some protein, if they have the guts to try it.
Oh no, that's a beetle. You need that one.
He's good.
Get him!
There you go. Just squish its head.
Kill it.
They're slightly salty.
There you go. Yeah.
Oh, God.
Is it salty?
Nice. Wow, that's surprisingly disgusting. Oh, those are ants with wings? Yeah. They cost extra. That principle that Marie is using right there to wet her finger to pick the ants up, she's actually utilizing what the anteater does. He sticks his tongue out, and of course it's really wet, and just slaps it on the anthill and picks all the ants up.
Yeah,
I'm really hungry now. And this is just whetting my appetite.
But even finding an anthill doesn't mean you've hit the wilderness jackpot.
You can't actually survive just on ants alone. We have to take in proteins, carbohydrates, fats, and everything else to maintain ourselves. We can get the proteins out of the ants. We can get fats out of certain animals. The plants and whatnot will give us back different types of minerals and vitamins that we need. So you don't want to just concentrate on one food source.
What about spiders?
Spiders, some spiders you can eat, but like we were talking about earlier with the mushrooms, some mushrooms are poisonous, some mushrooms are edible, same with spiders. Some spiders are poisonous and some are edible. So again, I would stay away from spiders.
Unfortunately, surviving in the wild rarely means eating a well-rounded meal in one sitting. When we come back, a surprising discovery at the archaeological dig. Has Ron found his native recipe at last?
I think I found something here. Can you take a look?
It's getting near sundown, and so far, no one has found anything tasty in the bush. A day's hunger is starting to take its toll.
You're going to notice their energy level right down. They'll be grumpy, they'll be stumbling. Some of them may be staggering a bit, and not because they're intoxicated, they're simply very, very tired.
Some protein could really help right now, even some wild sushi.
Minnow hunting, I'm sure you can grab maybe about 3 or 4 dozen just in there. So we're gonna need a bandana or a t-shirt. Do you see them all? They'll be like little appetizers, hors d'oeuvres. Get anything?
No, they're feisty. They move so fast.
I think you have to be at this all day, right?
That's right.
A couple small ones.
If you'd like, you can grab a couple of the mints.
So if you can imagine, if you get 6 in one scoop, if you were to sit here for an hour, I mean, you could get 50, 100 minnows, which would be enough to fill your belly. I mean,
Sure.
Wow, they're perfect little fish, aren't they?
But shouldn't I like drink a keg of beer while I'm doing this?
No, maybe not.
Raw minnow is an acquired taste, so the instructors suggest wrapping the fish in some fresh mint to take the edge off.
Dispatch. You have been officially dispatched.
Yeah, just so that they're not...
Oh, it's like a little minnow taco.
Or you can just sort of squish them, and they're fine. Did you want to try one? All right.
Wow.
There you go.
Actually, that's surprisingly disgusting.
Sort of chew on them.
Actually, if you can avoid chewing.
And then swallow.
Too late.
All the better.
It's the aftertaste.
Oh.
Just think about everything. I think it's like anything.
Is
in
it
this
like algae
place.
taste?
It's
Like
not the actual
slimy
going
taste?
down that kills you. It's the aftertaste.
Yeah.
And then you kind of think, what the hell did I just eat?
Okay. And then we also have wonderful ingredients out here like mint. If you got an upset tummy, this is great too. At the end of the evening, you may want to just chew on a bit of this.
Yeah, you need about a hectare of that for my stomach after all this crap I've eaten all weekend. Like
Well,
between the ants and the leeches and the beetle.
But
yeah.
we have a hectare of this, so
Yeah.
let's see
I'm
how
gonna
well...
need it.
A long truck for just a little bit of mint.
Yes, yes.
Mint, I think.
And you know what else we have here, James, is sorrel.
Even the mad chef is getting worried. Will wild herbs be enough to create a delicious dinner?
Salad, it has a nice lemony taste.
Well, let's give it a little try here.
Yeah. Yeah?
I think this will go good with the rainbow trout.
That's a good idea, yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so we'll collect some of this.
Yeah.
So why aren't you picking any of these, James?
I just don't like to get my hands dirty. When we get back into the kitchen, we'll see what's going to go on.
All right.
Meanwhile, the archaeologist and the native elder are still looking for a recipe they can bring to the chef's wild dinner party. So far, it looks like dried fish will be on the menu. But this ancient village has another secret to reveal.
Look at that. Hey, Ron, you and Janice might want to see this.
Wow, that's interesting.
Yeah.
And I believe it's one of our indigenous species of corn. We had many, many species of indigenous corn.
This carbonized kernel certainly looks like corn, but it's Steve Monkton's job to make sure. He puts the material through a water process to find all the plants that may have been cooked here. It's an important piece of the puzzle, and exactly what Williamson was hoping to find. This plant could only be here if the natives were deliberately farming a kind of corn known as maize.
What happened is, from Mexico up the Mississippian Valley, maize was introduced, and that changed life because people could be in one place for a longer period of time.
Our survival students are discovering what natives have known for a long time. Living off forest foods is hard work. Farming is more predictable and easier to control. It allowed the natives to settle down in villages surrounded by fields of crops. Longboat likes what she sees. This scientific evidence supports knowledge handed down over the generations. Her people were farmers.
In this village, yes. We were not agricultural people, we were horticultural people. And what I mean by that is that we grew enough food for ourselves, we grew enough food for our families. We didn't grow food in mass for production to sell.
Scientists now know that corn, squash, and beans were farmed as far back as 1,500 years ago. They were often used together in what became known as the Three Sisters Soup. Meanwhile, the mad chef is still looking for his ingredients the hard way. But his botanist is certain she can find anything he needs in the wild.
So this is a wild carrot plant, sometimes called Queen Anne's lace. Right now, all of the flowers have been fertilized, so it's producing fruit. When it's in full flower, it's usually a very large, white, flat-topped white flower. The roots of these smell and taste like carrots.
Oh, let's try it.
Let's dig it up here. Let me just see if I can pull it out. Yeah. Now, I don't want you to get your hands dirty.
Yes, of course not.
So let me do this for you. Scrape this so you don't get any dirt under your fingernails.
It smells like a carrot. This is going to work great.
Oh, okay.
So we're going to need like a couple dozen of these.
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
Nice, very nice.
Meanwhile, the survival students are bedding down for the night. Dinner was a bust. Tea and some wild minnows just aren't enough. They're hungry and tired, with just one day left.
Okay, now I'm really hungry.
Yeah, Twinkies.
Twinkies or ding dong?
They got like the big white icing on top, the little squirrels.
I think I'm gonna lop off one of my toes and eat it.
After a sleepless night outside, the survival students wake up hungry and exhausted. It's a rough start for a group used to their morning coffee.
Does anybody want a little pick-me-up?
And wild tea doesn't help much.
Good job.
Their stomachs are complaining too.
I'm more than willing to eat a garter snake or cook a frog.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen.
Good morning.
The next...
Yeah.
It is a good morning.
You look like you're in good spirits, Liz.
We're alive.
Good. So my group, come with me. We're heading out this way. The others, you're going out with Jennifer and Mike.
Jennifer, should we eat it?
As the students get started, the botanist is on a hunt of her own. She's looking for a few missing ingredients for tonight's wild feast. The mad chef is up early too, hoping to catch some trout for his main course.
There is one. There we go.
The pressure's on. He only needs 11 more to feed all his guests.
Look at that. Here's dinner.
Deep in the bush, it seems breakfast has arrived.
It's a meal. And we can cook them right on top of the rock. And we're not just going to take the legs, we're going to take the whole sucker.
Holy crap, that's a huge freaking...
Okay, I'm going to just grab them, okay? Too bad.
As the team gets hungrier, some are becoming skeptical. Will they ever find enough to eat in the bush?
I'm not sure if you can acquire the energy from the food that we're going to eat, because say you're eating macaroni and cheese, and one noodle is probably about the same size as a grub. And I would have to eat a hell of a lot of grubs to get the same nutritional value as I would from a big bowl of macaroni and cheese.
You're never going to know what you're eating because once you crumble it up, it's so tasty. You're going to swear it's anchovies.
I think I'm going to be swearing, but I don't know if I'm going to be swearing that it's anchovies.
Trust me. It's going to be something yummy, palatable.
That's what you said about the other stuff.
I didn't. Mike did.
All day yesterday.
Mike did. I didn't.
Survival in the bush with a bunch of liars. Yeah, let's forage.
Okay, let's go foraging.
Hi, James.
Oh,
Look what I brought you from the outdoor grocery store. This is burdock.
Burdock, and what are we going to do with this?
We're going to take the burdock root and we're going to make burdock patties.
We are. You think we're really going to do that?
Back in the kitchen, there are just 5 hours left before the guests arrive, and the chef is getting worried.
This is not a real carrot, though. This seriously is not a carrot.
No, this is wild carrot, and smell this.
Okay, okay, but I smelled it yesterday. It's
No,
still,
no.
You're still
Smell
causing
it
me
again.
too much.
Smell
no,
it again.
You can't just
Go
smell
on,
something.
smell it again.
Okay, I smelt it.
Okay,
But
and what's it smell like?
it smells like carrot.
Well, there you go.
Okay, but
So?
I don't know if we're going to use it. To be honest with you, we'd need about 200 pounds of this to feed the 12 people.
Oh, come on. You don't need 200 pounds.
Okay, not 200 pounds, but we don't have enough.
Well, why don't you just try it?
Okay, we'll try it.
So what are you doing right now?
Well, I have to correct the seasonings on my sauces that I have going here.
Okay.
So, I know this one needs a little bit of salt.
But we're not going to use salt.
What do you mean?
No.
What do you mean?
No,
come on.
no,
what do you
no.
mean? This is salt. See,
No.
it says salt.
I see that it says salt.
What are we going to use?
What about what we collected yesterday? Let me just take this away from you.
Take this away? Okay.
What about this, the colt's foot?
The cook's foot, yeah.
That we've dried out.
Yeah.
Hold on there, I saw that.
No, that's just a little
You
joke. Come on.
snuck some salt in there.
Remember whose kitchen it is. Okay, so what are we doing here?
Now, why don't we use the colt's foot as the substitute for salt?
Okay. I'm okay with this, but you're starting to push me just a little too much here, okay?
Unfortunately, colt's foot can't be found in this forest. The survivors may be fighting the battle of the bland. Or perhaps not. As Susan, Vic, and Cliff follow Gino through the woods, they come across a plant with some interesting properties. These juniper berries may help the students forget their hunger.
So the longer it ferments, the better the taste.
You like gin?
Do you like gin?
Anyone like gin here?
There's gin's all right.
It's good.
Let's say that you had a dish that was rather bland.
Yeah.
All right, and rabbit tends to be bland. So let's say you snare a rabbit and it's really bland. Take the animal and stuff it with a few of these berries. They're very strong. They're very, very bitter.
So how many would you need for like stuffing?
Very, very few. Not too many.
Let's face it, the food is bland. We got to collect as much of this stuff as we possibly can.
I'd like you to wash your hands, put your hair up.
Can I wear it at an angle?
You can
a jaunty angle?
And here's a beautiful apron.
Sort of like a little dance here.
And we have juniper berries in there, and we'll just take it and we're going to strain it. This may take a little bit of correcting. We may have to add some sugar.
Oh, no. We're not going to add any sugar.
We're not going to add sugar.
It's 3 p.m., and in 3 hours, the chef will be serving dinner for 12 people. All these new ingredients are proving to be a challenge, but maybe not as difficult a challenge as finding something palatable in the bush. The survivors finally find enough to cook for dinner.
There we go.
Oh, yummy.
So let's put the leeches
Barbecued frog, leeches, and boiled lily root. So far, most of the team are betting on the lily root soup, but only a taste test will do. Clark volunteers to take a bite.
Grab me one. What's it taste like?
It tastes like wood, man.
Here, anyone else want some?
It was absolutely horrific. Like the most bitter taste. I think it actually sucked all the moisture out of our mouths and we just spat it out. It was disgusting. That was heartbreaking.
After a weekend of leeches, minnows, frogs, and ants, the students conclude that survival in the bush may be possible, but they have no idea how to make it taste good. Not wanting to arrive at the dinner empty-handed, the students bring only the wild foods they actually liked. And now it's up to the mad chef to prove that eating wild can mean eating well. A weekend in the Canadian wilderness has left the 6 survival students starving for some civilization and some food. They've had just enough time to wash up, and now they're ready to meet the chef.
I am gonna eat like you would not believe.
That smells like food.
The soup is coming along nicely. Hi, how are you guys?
Be hungry.
Yeah, you're hungry?
I brought you some green gifts for you.
Oh, excellent. I heard you guys were sleeping in the bush?
Yeah.
Well, Maria was.
Everyone says I was sleeping.
You're the
I
snore
slept maybe
queen.
an hour.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
I've got some sweet gale here that we collected.
Oh, good,
Where's the
good.
spice? Like a peppery spice, something like that?
I think the sweet gale would be good, probably good in the counties. And we have some wild carrot.
That's a carrot?
Yeah.
It's wild.
It's wild. Yeah, it's not.
Here, try it.
You know.
A little tender light.
You know what though?
How is that, Bugs?
It does taste like carrot.
It does taste like a carrot, but it tastes like a twig too.
If you're like starving, you'd
No, it
probably
does,
right?
but I mean,
If you were starving, it would be great.
it really is. Yeah.
Well, we are. Yeah, you know what? I think you've got everything under control.
So you're feeling the passion. But wait, hold it. We need a volunteer. Who wants to volunteer? Come on, put your hand up if you want to. There you go, Maria. There you go. Come on over here. Come on.
Come on now.
You want to go to sleep?
Oh, this will keep you awake.
We trust you, Clark.
And we've got the outfit for you.
We're hungry.
But you know what, guys? We really got to get down to work. Okay, bye. Have a nice day. See you soon.
Okay, you guys go relax.
Okay, see ya. Thanks very much. Appreciate that, eh? Thanks for helping me out. Yeah, thanks a lot. Okay, what are we doing here? What can I do?
Well, we have some fresh thyme here. I'd like you to clean them.
Just strip them off.
Strip them off.
I have faith in dinner tonight being tastier than anything we've had in the past 2 days. Definitely when a live minnow fresh out of the water is tasty, then I'm sure this is going to be absolutely stupendous.
This is a cold split.
This is
Yeah,
the
and
salt.
salt.
And then, what is this?
Wild carrot.
Wild carrot. We can put that in there.
I'm hoping that it's a little bit better than our lily pad root that we cooked yesterday. So yeah, I'm still hungry.
The chef has planned a multi-course meal, and he's determined to turn wild food into gourmet food.
I'm really looking forward to dinner tonight, yes. I want to see what they really taste like, because when we were out in the wild, it was bad.
But the dinner can't start until Ron Williamson and his wife arrive. Ron's recipe has given the chef his first course using Indian corn, but even this has changed over the last 500 years.
The one that we were using or finding on the site, the pre-contact variety, it's much smaller. It's about 6 inches in length. It only has 8 rows, so it's a little bit different than this, but this also was present in the historic period, so I'm looking forward to tasting it.
Finally, it's time to eat. The chef has used the native corn to create a traditional soup, relying on corn, beans, and squash.
This would be the typical meal, and probably was, since corn was introduced into Ontario about 1,500 years ago. Is it good?
We never could have made this in the woods. Not with a tin can and an open fire. There's no way.
Ironically, the mad chef has taken native ingredients and given them a spicy twist.
The great thing about this meal is it reminds me of my mom's cooking in a way. It's almost like an Indian curry. It's got a nice thick sort of broth to it. It's got a great kick spice to this.
I heard you comment about the curry. I think you're getting the hot effect from the fresh wild leeks that we have in there. Because there's absolutely no curry in it. And the pumpkin seeds that are in there as well would give you the roasted flavor that your countries are famous for, like roasting off the curry. So thank you very much.
Thank you.
I wanted to accomplish this, and it feels good to hear this from in the kitchen there. Thank you.
Thank you. It tastes awesome.
That's right. Yeah.
And now for the main course, fresh trout coated in cornmeal. Fish is easy, but it's Carol Ann's burdock roots which are the tricky part. The chef has pounded the roots into a powder and mixes them together to make a kind of vegetarian patty. But he's added one ingredient that the survivors dread: lily root. Now it's time to see what it all tastes like.
Cornmeal encrusted rainbow trout.
I guess we just didn't know how to cook.
I'm so surprised that this is not flavored with salt or pepper or sugar, like nothing, all purely natural from the wild. It's amazing, isn't it?
Like, you look at the burdock when it's raw, it's like dirt. And then you can actually clean it and get down to the root and make something out of it that's actually pretty tasty.
Yeah.
After having that kind of a baseline of our meal and then having this, I mean, it is a surprise for me to taste like all of those flavors and to really, my palate to actually enjoy it.
Wow, you did a great job.
Thank you. It's my pleasure, really. Seriously.
Fantastic.
It was a challenge, I tell you that.
I'd like to see what you do with common household food.
Yeah, we eat crab dinner.
At the end of dinner, the guests all agree that wild food can be good, but it needs the skills of a great chef to make it happen. Canada's natives figured this out long ago, and they still decided to rely on farmed food to balance their diet.
Oh, there's no meat on that.
So if you ever get lost in the bush, don't worry. There are lots of bugs to go around. No one needs to starve in the wild, although you might choose to anyway.
I mean, I think the main thing that I've learned over the weekend is that if I, like, say I'm in a plane or something and the plane's going down, I know I'm going to be a survivor, I am, like, unbuckling, ordering up some booze, and I'm going down with the plane. I don't want to be a survivor. It's disgusting. You know, you have to eat, like, all that garbage, like the plants and the fish and the frogs and what's up with eating bugs and stuff like that. No thanks. Just give me impact, dead, don't worry about it. I'll be up in heaven, eating burgers and stuff, you know? I think that's what I'll do. So I'm just gonna like completely unbuckle, order up a couple of gins, go down with the plane. I think that's what I learned. I'm serious.
Thank you.